All right, you guys, good morning. I'm super excited that you all get to come and practice with me. We're in Kaya's playroom for a little good morning yoga. So let's go ahead and come onto your mats. And you can start off in a child's pose. So we'll come down, forehead to the ground, outstretch your arms forward, and just begin by resting. Take a few deep breaths in through your nose and back out through your nose. Back in again, nice and slow. And back out. Using this opportunity to set any intentions for your practice, anything you're trying to bring in for the day, patience, gratitude. See if as you breathe in, you can breathe that in on a cellular level. Let it really fill you up with what you need. On your exhale, fueling, kind of funneling anything out that's no longer of service to that intention. And go ahead and walk your hands over to the right, bending into your right elbow, stretch your left arm nice and long. Breathing into that left side, feel the rib cage expand, open up. And then walking your hands all the way over to the left side, bending into that left elbow, pushing against the floor, reaching with the right arm. Breathing into the right side of your body. And then coming all the way back to center. You're going to shift forward and lay down onto your belly. You're going to bring your left forearm to the ground and bend into your right knee. Reach back and grab your right foot. Just give it a gentle little pull forward. See if you can take the front of your hips and pull them forward as well. And then push through your left forearm so your heart lifts up, maybe eyes up or straight forward. Maybe even closed right now, just breathing into that right leg, right hip. One more breath right here. And go ahead and release your right foot. Bring your right forearm down, bend your left knee, reach back and grab your left foot, pull it in. Breathing into that left thigh, left hip, draw the front of your hips forward. Hug your navel in, push through your right forearm so your chest lifts up. And take 2 more breaths right here. In and back out. One more in and back out. And then go ahead and release that. Bring your palms right next to your chest and then squeeze the elbows back and in. Arms engaged to the side body, lifting the chest up. Cobra pose. Take your ear to your shoulder. Roll your chin to your chest. And then opposite ear to the shoulder. And then see if you can look up slightly. Press the hands forward a little more. Inhale. And as you exhale, tuck your toes and press back to a downward facing dog. Go ahead and bend your knees, walk it out right and left, side to side here. Stretching long through the right leg, long through the left leg. Allow your breath to remain really fluid, really abundant, really obvious. See if you can roll that inner shoulder up, forearms in, hands out. Easing back towards the knees, stretch the neck long and lift the right leg in the air. Inhale. As you exhale, bend the right knee and make a few circles with your right leg. Circling forward and back, go ahead and kick your leg, bend and straighten, circle your ankle and scrunch all your toes. Take a big breath. Exhale, right knee to left arm crunch. Inhale, stretch back. Exhale, right knee to right arm crunch. Inhale, stretch back. Exhale, knee to chest crunch, press away from the floor. Really dome that upper back and then step up to your right thumb. Set your back knee on the ground, stretch your arms overhead, crescent lunge. Go ahead and interlace your fingers, press your palms up. See if you can really pull back with that front heel so you feel the stretch through that left hip flexor as you stretch up. Draw the navel in to protect the lower back. Take a big inhale breath. Good. Bring your right hand down to your hip or the floor, and then reach the left arm over. Take a nice big side body stretch. Keep lunging into that back leg right here. Take another big breath. Inhale here. Good. Exhale your hands to the ground. Step back, top of a push-up plank. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower halfway. Plank, inhale. Exhale, lower halfway. One more like that. Plank, inhale. Exhale, lower halfway. This time, upward facing dog. Lifting through the knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips up nice and high. Let's lift that left leg up in the air. Inhale, breath. As you exhale, bend your knee and make some circles. Bend and straighten the knee a few times. Circling up the angle, scrunch and spread out the toes. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, knee to right arm. Inhale, press back. Exhale, knee to left arm. Inhale, press back. Exhale, knee to chest, dome the upper back. Press those arms super straight, and then step up, lunge position. Go ahead and set your back knee on the ground. Interlace your fingers, opposite grip. Press your palms up towards the ceiling. Feel that front foot pull like you're trying to scrunch your mat as you lunge into that back hip. Draw your navel in to protect the back and stick your chest up. Take a couple more breaths right here. Inhale. Slow exhale one more time. And then release your left hand down to your hip or the floor. Right arm's gonna reach over. Side body stretch. Couple deep breaths into that right side. Take one more. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, hands to the ground. Step back, top of a push-up. Push away from the floor. Squeeze the thighs in and up. Shift forward, inhale. Exhale, halfway. Inhale, press up. Exhale, halfway. Inhale, press up. Exhale, halfway, lower down. Tops of the feet down, cobra or up dog. Inhale, stretch. Squeeze the arms into the sides. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips up nice and high. Take 3 deep breaths right here. Feel like your hands are turning out, the forearms turning in, and the upper arm bones spreading out. Draw the gaze back towards the navel or the knees. Take 2 more breaths here, in and out, nice and slow. One more. And go ahead and lift your heels, inhale. As you exhale, bend your knees, bear pose, press the hands forward, open up the shoulders, and then step or hop your feet to the top of your mat. Inhale to a flat back, draw the navel in. Exhale to fold forward. When you're inhale, rise to standing, stretch your arms overhead, big breath. Exhale your hands to your heart and down by your sides. Push your feet through the floor, stretch your arms for the floor, gaze forward. Take an inhale, breath, reach up. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, press your palms flat, step right foot, left foot back, lower Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take 3 breaths right here, in and out, nice and slow. 2. Last one. Inhale, high heels. Exhale, bear pose. Left foot, right foot, step or hop, top of your mat. Inhale. Fold down as you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to standing, stretch your arms overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart and down by your sides. Inhale again, reach your arms in the air. As you exhale, take a forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway, navel in. Exhale, flat palms, left foot, right foot back, lower chaturanga, halfway down. Inhale, stretch, open the hips, lift the chest, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths right here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or hop, feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift up. Exhale to fold all the way down. To come to standing, stretch the arms overhead. Exhale, your hands to your heart and down by your sides. Final Surya Namaskara A. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, flat palms, step or hop back, this time Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, press back downward, facing dog. Just 1 breath this time. Inhale. Exhale, press. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, rise to standing, stretch your arms up. Exhale, your hands to your heart and down by your sides. Let's do a little more warm up here. You're gonna bend your knees, feet are together, sit back, Utkatasana. Inhale, reach your arms up, squeeze the thighs in, navel in, maybe palms pressed, maybe arms are open wider here. Can you stretch arms a little higher, chest a little higher, hips back a little more. Rib cage down and in, feel the upper back, do some work here. Take another big breath. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. As you exhale, press your palms flat, step or jump it back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, big breath. Upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog, hips up nice and high. Step your right foot forward, left foot flat. Warrior 1. Inhale, bend your front knee over your ankle, reach up. Hands to the ground, step back, maybe hold your right leg in the air, Chaturanga. Cobra or up dog, breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. Step your left foot forward. Spin your right foot flat. Inhale, stretch your arms up, bending that front knee over your ankle. Hands to the ground, step back. Maybe left leg stays up as you lower Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale to press back, downward facing dog. This time, let's bring the forearms to the ground, interlace the fingers together, spread the elbows as wide as your shoulders. Walk your feet as wide as your yoga mat. Try to press your heels heavy. Gaze back between the legs. Stay here for 3. Stay here for 2. One more breath right here. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Climb back up onto your palms, downward facing dog. Press the heels down. Inhale, lift them up. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Step or hop to your hands. Inhale, stretch your chest forward, hug the ribs in. Exhale, fold to the legs. Inhale, bend your knees, sit low. Utkatasana, reach up, sink back. Exhale to standing, hands by your sides. Let's add on to that a little bit. Bend the knees, inhale, sit back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, chest out. Exhale, flat palms, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale to downward facing dog, hips up. Step the right foot forward, left heel flat, warrior 1. Inhale, rise up. This time, bind your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Pull the front leg straight, stretch your chest up, inhale. Exhale, bend your right knee, fold forward. Drop your head, gaze back at your left knee right here. Lift the arms up, stretch out that right hip. One more breath. Release the bind. Inhale, rise back up. Warrior one. One breath. Hands to the ground. Exhale, step back. You can float your right leg or maybe jump up and lower Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale. Cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left side, warrior one. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands behind you, make a bind. Straight front leg. Inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, humble warrior, fold forward. Gaze back at that right knee. Let your neck be long. Breathe, press your hips to the right a little bit. Keep stretching your arms. One more breath. Good, release your bind. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Exhale, your hands to the ground. Step back, maybe float your leg or even hop up. And lower Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, big breath, cobra or up dog. And downward facing dog. Exhale, breath. Bring those elbows back to the ground. You can interlace your fingers. Or this time, press your palms flat if that feels okay in your shoulders. I prefer the bind. And this time, you're going to walk your left foot in towards the middle with your right leg in the air right here. Stay there. Hold it up. Little pulses straight up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Set your right foot down. Lift your left leg up. Little pulses straight up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Set your left foot down. Then press your palms flat. Stretch your arms forward. Downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Breath out. Exhale. Lift your heels. Inhale. Bend your knees. Look forward. Step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale. Flat back. Exhale. Fold forward. Inhale. Rise to standing. Reach your arms up overhead. Exhale. Hands to your heart. And down by your sides. Okay. All right, you guys, let's add on to that. Bend the knees and sit back to Utkatasana. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, chest out. Exhale, flat palms, step or jump back, Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, up dog. And exhale to downward facing dog, hips up nice and high. Right foot forward again, warrior one. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands bind. Straight front leg. Inhale, lift your chest up. This time as you exhale, you're going to bend your knee, go forward and lift your back leg in the air. Find a spot to stare at right below your nose. Turn your left knee down. You need to bring your hands to your heart. Otherwise, try to push your lower back into your forearm. Keep that left leg lifted. Spread your toes out. Stretch the back of the neck long. Rotate the inner thighs in. Press down through all 5 toes. Stretch them forward. Stay here. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Exhale, bend your knee a lot. Step back, warrior one. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat. Lower Chaturanga, maybe leg lifts, maybe jump up. And lower down. Inhale. Upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, press back down dog. Left side, warrior one. Inhale, rise up, reach. Exhale, hands behind, make a bind. Opposite grip this time. Inhale, straight front leg, lift. As you exhale, bend your front knee. Go forward and up, back leg off the ground. Turn your kneecap down, hug your hips in. Broaden the lower back, pulling the navel and then the ribs down. Chest forward, back of the neck is long. You can spread your toes out right here. See if you can rotate the inner thighs in. Take a couple more breaths in and back out. In and back out. One more right here. Breathe in and out. Left knee bends a lot, step back, warrior one. Inhale. Hands to the ground, step back, maybe some push-ups, maybe left leg goes up, then you hop up, and then lower Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale to cobra or up dog. Exhale, stretch back, downward facing dog, hips up nice and high. So you're gonna walk your feet back a little bit and set your knees on the ground. You're gonna bring your elbows down, prayer hands overhead for puppy pose. Forehead to the ground if you can, stretch out. Breathe here, a couple deep, slow breaths in, then back out. And as you're here in your puppy pose, I want you to revisit your intention for your practice this morning, what you're asking to bring more of into your life, that idea of abundance, not only in your breath, but kind of in everything outside of yourself and everything that there is inside of yourself as well, never lacking. Okay? Always knowing that exactly what you need is right there. Okay? Even in a chaotic kind of situation or circumstance, there's nothing outside of you that you really need to draw upon to get what you need from moment to moment and day to day. So really breathe into that idea of abundance and gratitude. One more breath. And go ahead and release that puppy pose, climb up tabletop, and press back to downward facing dog. And inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, stretch out. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend your knees, sit back, Utkatasana. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, press the standing hands by your sides. Let's add on a little more. Bend your knees. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Maybe this time you climb up onto your arms. Take a little arm balance right here. Bakasana for 3. Squeeze those inner thighs. 2. Keep squeezing, keep squeezing, keep squeezing. Step or shoot it back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Right side warrior one. Inhale, rise up, bend the front knee, stretch. Exhale, hands behind behind. Inhale, straight front leg, lift the chest. Exhale, go forward and up, warrior 3. This time, stretch your arms out to the sides like wings and rotate. Right hand down, block floor, water bottle, some of your kids' toys, whatever works. Press through the outer edge of your lifted foot. Feel it lift up nice and high right there. Outer hip's working. Squeeze that outer right hip towards the back of your mat. You know, maybe challenge yourself today by trying to look up at your thumb. And broaden through your right foot. Heavy in the right big toe, inner arch of the foot. So you really squeeze that right hip back. Stay here another breath. Last one. As you bring your left hand down, swing your left foot around the right foot so it comes in front. Lifting through the heel, bending through the knee. Now walk your hands over to the front left corner and continue to draw that right hip towards the back of your mat. Feel like you're doing down dog on your fingertips. Keep breathing into that outer right hip, outer right leg. One more breath. And go ahead and walk your hands back to center. Separate your feet about as wide as your mat and squat down into Malasana. Little squat pose right here. You can bring your hands to your heart or maybe the backs of your hands together, wiggling out your fingers if that feels nice. Take just another moment here, pressing the knees back, thighs nice and wide. And let's bring the right hand to the chest and reach the left arm up Staying right here or reaching the right hand down to the floor. Opening up here. Maybe turn your palm towards the back of your mat. Bring the arm behind your back if it does not bother your shoulder at all. And you can obviously bring that other hand around the front if you want for the full bind. Might feel a little intense at 6:15 in the morning. Maybe not so much for you. Always honoring where the body's at, present moment. Not an idea of where we want the body to be, but the reality of it. And then go ahead and release. Straighten through your legs, turn your toes slightly forward. Bring the left hand underneath your nose, bend your left knee and reach your right arm up in the air. Little twist right here. Maybe take your arm behind your back. Half wrap on the other side if it's available to you. Not just ditch it, no big deal. Gaze can go up, sideways, or down. Again, let your breath be abundant. Take your right arm, stretch it out over your head, and then bring it to the ground. Step your feet all the way together. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Bend your knees, sit back, Utkatasana. Inhale, draw the navel and ribs down, make the upper back work. Exhale, hands by your sides. Second side, bend your knees and sit back, Utkatasana. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, long spine. Exhale, flat palms, maybe Bakasana round 2. Maybe you try Bakasana at a headstand this time if you want. You can lift up, bend your elbows a lot, tuck your chin, bring your head to the ground, hug your knees into your chest. Maybe stretch your legs up to the ceiling, squeeze here, 3. Elbows in, 2. If you can, bend your knees and bring your knees back to your arms. Push up Bakasana, shoot it back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward, spin your right foot flat. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, hands behind your back, straight front leg. Inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, bend your knee, go forward and up, warrior 3. Now turn your knee down, stretch your arms out to the sides this time. Then bring your left hand down, block floor, random toy, water bottle. And then turn to the right side and reach up. Maybe turn your gaze, maybe even look up. Stay here for a couple breaths. Really draw that outer left hip towards the back foot and lift that back foot straight up. Feel your outer hips kick on a lot. So it feels like there's work and effort there. That broaden through the inner thighs. You have to stay grounded through your left big toe. The inner arch of that left foot to stabilize. Navel to spine, stay engaged here, 2. Stay for one more breath if you can. As you complete your exhale, bring your right hand down. Take your right foot, swing it around the front of your left leg. Right heel can lift, bending through that right knee. Walk your hands over to the front right corner. Down dog, arms on your fingertips. Stretch your neck nice and long right here. Last breath. Walk around back to center. Step your feet as wide as your mat. Squat down, Malasana round 2. Hands to the heart. Maybe fingertips down. Stretch. You can wiggle like you're playing the piano. Maybe fist and firecracker hands. Let's take the left hand to the heart. Broaden the thighs, so really press the knees wide. Left hand is at the chest. Right arm can go up to the sky right here. And stay like that, or stretch your left arm down to the floor. And again, you can stay like that, or you can take half wrap, and that full wrap is there for you if you want it. Take a couple deep breaths. Notice how that right leg wants to kind of collapse. has this tendency to just kind of want to go in. See if you continue to work those outer hips, broaden across the inner thighs. Take another 2. We have one more breath right here. And then go ahead and release that. Take a forward fold. Turn your toes in slightly. Feet are about as wide as the mat. Right knee's gonna bend. Right hand underneath your nose. Turn to the left. Reach your left arm up. And you can stay right here. You can take a half wrap if you want. Couple more breaths in and back out. One more breath. Stretch your left arm out overhead if that works for you, and then release it to the ground. Step your big toes together. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Bend your knees, sit back, Utkatasana. Inhale, stretch up as you sit low. Exhale, hands by your sides. Nice, you guys. Bend your knees, sit low, Utkatasana. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Now maybe this time you want to try a little froggy hop or a tuck jump or a little pike here. Maybe you want to add some push-ups. If you're trying the jump up, bring your shoulders directly over your wrists. High tippy toes, bend your knees. Maybe a little froggy hop, knees wide. Maybe you tuck your knees to your chest, navel to spine. Try a couple, and then shoot it back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale. Cobra, up dog. Press the first finger and thumb down. And exhale to downward facing dog. Hips up nice and high. Breathe in here. And back out. In and out, nice and slow. Broaden across the shoulders, gazes back at the knees. One more breath. Inhale, right leg goes high, bend your knee, open up your hip, big reach. Exhale, crunch knee to chest, step up to your right thumb. High lunge, crescent this time. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. Feel the front of your hips really draw in and up, navel to spine as you stretch your back heel high. Give that front knee a nice deep bend. Arms up, any arm variation if you like elbows or interlacing your hands. Get what you need this morning, extracting anything and everything that you can from each breath and each posture. Take another inhale. Exhale, back heel down, warrior B. Heel to arch in your stance. Stretch the arms, wrists over the ankles. Bending deep into that front knee. As you press your thighs wide, see if you can pull your feet towards each other so you feel the inner thigh and pelvic floor really kick on. Gaze is right over that middle finger. Settle in. 2 more. Last one. Good. Stretch up. Inhale, reverse B. Right arm reaching, side body. Pull your front leg straight. Big breath. Good. As you exhale, you're going to windmill your hands way out in front of your feet. Left hand's going to go down. Back leg's going to lift up. Right hand can go to your hip as you turn to the right side. Squeeze your outer hips together and then reach that right arm up, revolved. Stay here, lift your back leg up a little higher so it's level with your hip. Hug the navel in, taking some of the rotation out. So it's a healthy twist for the spine, supportive of the back. Take another 2 or 3 breaths right here in and back out nice and slowly. Open up the chest, last breath. And then bring both hands down. Standing splits, take 1 inhale breath, bend your right knee, step back. Warrior B. Inhale, come up. Exhale, straight front leg. Reach forward, inhale, big breath. Exhale, your right hand down to your leg, your foot. Maybe hook your big toe or bring your hand inside or outside of your leg. Ground through the big toe and inner arch of your foot. Left arm stretches up. Maybe left arm out overhead, Uttita Trikonasana. Big reach right here, lengthen out. Draw the ribs and the pubic bone towards one another and then spin. One more breath. Deep bend in your right knee. Inhale, reverse warrior B, right arm up, facing the side of your mat. At side angle this time. Hand down inside, blocking the knee. Press the arm and leg together. Left arm can sweep forward. Now, if you want to, you can bring your left arm behind your back, half wrap. And if this posture feels better with the forearm on the thigh, please take that variation instead. Some of you might want to take that bind right arm underneath the leg, grabbing the hold of that left wrist. You have a couple breaths right here. Stay strong in your back leg so it's not all about that front leg. Otherwise, that right hip will fatigue out pretty quickly. Keep lifting through the pelvic floor, drawing the navel in and up. Stay here for another 2 breaths. In and out slow. One more breath. In and out, nice and slow. And then release your hands to the ground. Circle your back knee to the ground. Pull that front leg straight. You can fold over here. You can slide all the way back and sit down on your back foot. That's available. You can always have pillows, blankets, if you have a block underneath your tushy as well. And you're going to fold over your right leg. Drop your forehead and breathe in and out, nice and slow. Maybe point and flex and move your ankle around a little bit. Come back to a runner's lunge. Go ahead and bend that front knee. Lift your back knee from the ground. Hug your inner thighs in. Left hand's gonna stay down inside the foot. Right arm can go up. Now, if you want more, you can come up a little higher, prayer hand twist. Or maybe even slide the arm outside of the leg here. Keep drawing the navel in and up as you turn your chest over to the right side of the room. Maybe drop your right arm behind the back. Maybe keep it upright. Lift your back knee high. Pull the hips in and then spin the rib cage around instead. 2 more breaths in and out. 1 more breath in and out. And go ahead and release your hands to the ground. And step back, plank position, big toes together. You're gonna roll to a side plank position. Draw that left arm bone in so you feel the muscles right there at the armpit fire. Reach your right arm up. You can stay here. You can lift your leg, or if you want something for the core, take your right arm, reach underneath you. Inhale, reach back up. Right arm underneath you. Inhale, reach back up. 3 more like that if you're taking it. Inhale, reach back up. Right arm underneath you. Inhale, reach back up. Last one, right arm underneath you. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, right hand down. Down dog or shift forward, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, up dog, big breath. And exhale to downward facing dog. Hips up nice and high. Take a big breath here. Inhale, slow exhale. Take your left leg in the air. Inhale, big breath. As you exhale, bend your knee. Open up your hips, stretch out. Inhale, straight up. Exhale, step it through. High lunge, feet are hip width distance apart. Inhale, come upright. Now, any variation with your arms right here, elbows, or bind the hand, maybe back of the head. Do lift your back heel really high and then bend deep into your front knee. And stretch your arms overhead. Take another big breath. Exhale, back heel down, warrior B. Heel to arch in your stance approximately. Wrists are over the ankles. Gaze is right over that middle finger. Thighs are pressing wide, feet are hugging in. Stay here deep in the stretch to that inner thigh. Slow and steady breath in and out. Notice the cadence of your breath. If it starts to speed up, can you slow it back down? Take another breath. Inhale, left arm reaches up, side bend, and then pull the front leg straight. Big inhale breath right here, open, open, open. As you exhale, windmill the hands way out in front of the feet. Right hand goes down, back leg lifts up. As you lift your back leg up, bring your left hand to your hip. Turn your chest towards the left side. Notice how your right hip wants to collapse. Hug it in and up. And then maybe stretch your left arm up. As you open up your chest, feel the ribs rotate. And then lift and extend through your back leg. Stay here for a couple more breaths. Make the twist therapeutic. So it's not about turning all the way to the side and cranking. More so finding that alignment of the hips, pulling the chest forward, and then rotating that right rib cage down. Left rib cage up. So your twist might not be that open, and that's all right. Take another 2 breaths here. One more. Standing splits, just an inhale. Exhale, step it back. Inhale, come up. Reverse warrior B, big breath. Good, straight front leg. Inhale, reach forward and bring your left hand down. Shin blocker floor. You can bring your hand to your foot or hook your big toe. Right arm's gonna go upright here, opening up. Pull that outer left hip back. Maybe gaze up at your right hand. Maybe reach your right arm forward. Untitled Chapter. Now can you take your ribs in the front of your hips and draw them in together? So you feel that engagement through the waistline. As you hug the outer left hip back, lift the outer right hip up. Really draw the shoulders onto the back. Stay here and breathe a couple more breaths. One more. Bending deeply through the front knee. Inhale, reverse warrior B. This time side angle. So you might need to stretch your stance out a little bit. Hand can be down on the inside. Right arm can be up. Forearm can also be on the thigh. You can extend your right arm out overhead. Some of you will take a bind here, half, maybe even half with the forearm on the thigh. Feeling the thighs widen and the feet hug in. Some of you will take a full wrap if you want. Try to let your back leg work pretty hard here. This is definitely the harder side for me. So right away I can feel my left hip start to fatigue out. I really got to push into my back leg and draw the inner thighs in and up a little bit here to support this position. So it's not all the left hip working. Another big breath. Last one. I'll go ahead and release the hands to the ground, circle the back knee down and pull that front leg straight. You can stay here in a little half split fold. You can also sit all the way back if that's available to you. If you have a prop, use it, and then you can fold over, maybe make some movements through your ankle, circle it out right here. We'll return to a runner's lunge. You're going to bend that front knee, lift your back knee from the ground, hug your outer hips in, inner thighs together, chest out. Right hand's going to go down, left arm can go up. Now you can come up a little higher for a prayer hand twist, or even a deeper twist if you want to bring the arm outside of the leg. Notice again how that left hip, or right hip rather, wants to collapse. So keep it lifted, hug from the inner thighs instead, and then rotate. Press your back heel towards the middle of your mat, just a little bit, really extending through that back knee. Stay here and breathe a couple more times. Last breath. On your exhale, release your hands to the ground. We're going to step that left foot back, plank position, big toes together. Now roll to the edge of your right foot. So you press your hand away from the ground, take your right shoulder, hug it in so you feel those muscles right there at the base of the armpit fire. Left arm can go up. You can lift a leg and tree or big toe, or you can take your left hand, reach up, exhale, reach under. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach under. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach under. Inhale, up. Exhale, under. Inhale, up. Exhale, reach under. Last one. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, plank to Chaturanga or straight to down dog. Inhale, Cobra, up dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. Stretch back, walk your feet all the way to the front of your mat. Separate your feet about as wide as your mat. Soft bend in the knees. Go ahead and grab your elbows. Sway a little from right to left. Take your hands behind your back. Make a little bind. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Turn your head from right to left. Maybe make some circles with your head. And go ahead and release your hands to the ground. Step your feet all the way together. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, rise to standing, reach your arms up. Exhale, your hands to your heart. Go ahead and bring your hands down to your hips right here. I'm going to start by bringing your right knee in towards the chest. And press the left leg super straight. So squeeze at the base of your left seat. Hug in that right hip flexor. Turn it on a lot. And then go ahead and take your left arm up. Feel the left knee and the left palm and the right knee squeeze in. Take a big breath. Take your left hand to the outside of your knee. If you want to reach back down for your foot and kick forward, you can do that as well. I'm going to stick with the knee this morning. I'm going to turn to the side. Stay here. Squeeze the left quad. Straighten that left knee if it's available. Hugging in from the belly. Turn and detox, opening up and awakening your digestion. Take a big breath. Now see if as you come to center, you can circle your right arm underneath your left fingers up. And then bend your left knee and crisscross your legs, eagle wrap. Turn your knees underneath your belly button. Press your arms forward, stay upright, and bend your left knee. You can stay here. You can bring your elbows in front of your knee. Sleeping eagle. Take a couple more slow, steady breaths right here, in and back out. Last one. Inhale, reach up, set your right foot down. Exhale, your hands to your hips. Squeeze that right quad to straighten the knee. Press down through your foot. Left knee to chest. Stay there, navel to spine. Fire the hip flexor on that left side. Squeeze at the base of your right seat. Reach your right arm up. Feel left knee, right palm hug in. Take a big breath. Reach for the outer thigh. You can stay there or reach for your outer foot if you want to and stretch your leg forward. My jam this morning is definitely that bent knee. Left arm's going to reach back here. Hug the navel in and really rotate. Squeeze, squeeze that right quad to straighten the knee. Take a couple more breaths right here. Really firing that digestion. And waking up, the more you breathe in and out, the more alert, the more conscious you become. As you come back to center, left elbow underneath the right, fingers up, crisscross. Left leg around the right, eagle wrap. Turn the knees underneath the navel, bend your right knee deep, forearms forward. Stay right here, or you can go sleeping eagle, elbows in front of the knees, navel in. Couple breaths right here, really cleansing the body by blocking off, really squeezing through all of the major joints, and then limiting flow of blood and lymphatic fluid. So when we stand up, everything rushes. Take another big breath. And inhale, left foot down, check. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. And if you want to try an arm balance here, some little froggy hops or a handstand, feel free to. I'm going to try some froggy hops. I'm going to jump up, knees wide, and try again, jump up, knees wide, and I'm going to take it back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Cobra Pose. And then we're going to press up onto the knees for Ustrasana, Camel Pose. Now let's take the knees closer than the hips, a little bit closer than the hips today. And then go ahead and kick your feet out comfortably wider than your knees. So not so wide that you feel like you're going to fall over, just comfortable. Then feel the inner thighs lift in and up. So you're going to squeeze your knees towards each other. Bring your hands to the back of the hips right here. Stretch the waistline out. Lift your chest up super high in the air. Big breath. Inhale. Again, anything that's not of service to your abundance, your gratitude, your intention, open your mouth. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands to the ground. Step back, Chaturanga. Inhale, Cobra or Up Dog. And exhale to Downward Facing Dog. Shift forward, inhale, and lower all the way down to your belly. Stretch your arms back behind you. Maybe bind the hands, maybe reach them along the sides and let that be that. If you can, bring your big toes together. Otherwise, you can keep your legs apart. Just turn your inner knees up. Stretch through the back of the arms, squeeze them in towards each other. Float the feet, lift the chest, lift the back of the head. Gaze is right there at the tip of the nose. If you're binding, really press those shoulders back and down. And take 2 more breaths right here. 1 more. And then go ahead and release the palms. Press back. Child's pose. And shift forward to tabletop and press back downward facing dog. Let's bring the right shin forward for pigeon. Back knee is down, heel in. Maybe walk the forearms down. About 1 minute here in your pigeon pose. Rest, forehead to the floor. As you lie here in your pigeon, can you revisit your intention, that experience of abundance once again? Continuously going back to that inner knowing. The body is very wide. We are intelligent beyond our own understanding. And sometimes the best thing we can do is get out of our mental body, get out of our heads a little bit, to allow some of these answers to our questions, kind of comfort and confidence to really lead through. Palms flat, inhale, press back down dog. We switch sides, left leg comes forward, right knee down, forehead to the ground. You might notice how everything has started to wake up and all the wheels inside the body are turning. There's a sense of everything being alive and awake. And so we find gratitude for that. Go ahead and come up, take your legs forward. And you're gonna roll onto your back. We'll take bridge and upward bow here. So you can lie down onto your back, feet flat. Lay down, lift your hips up for bridge, or you can take upward bow, hands by the ears, press up, full back bend. Just 5 exhales. Then go ahead and lower all the way down, knees to chest. And then any final stretches you might want to do. Otherwise, I invite you to lay in Shavasana for a few breaths. Let everything kind of settle and simmer. Let your breath slow and your heartbeat become more obvious. What a pleasure to be with all of you guys this morning. Thanks for joining me in my home today. Let's do it again soon. Stay in Shavasana, do any final stretches on your own. I'll see you again soon. Namaste.